Well, welcome back to Shimpling Park Farm. Well, it certainly feels very much like autumn here. Really great sunsets and sunrises. Well, the seeds that we planted last month are already up and growing. But we've still got quite a lot to do. These bags are full of seeds that really do need to get into the ground quite quickly.
Yeah, and mineralising some nutrients.
We plant half our grain crops in the autumn and the other half in the spring. We've made a really good start, but the unpredictable rain this year does keep stopping us. Well, this was a grass and clover ley, which is in the rotation to feed the soil and to feed the sheep. We've taken one cultivator across it, but actually it's left quite a few of the clover plants. So as you can see, Sam's out here doing one more pass with a cultivator so that we can plant our first wheat crop in here.
So one of the reasons why we don't like ploughing after a ley is because the plough inverts the soil, and so it gets all this lovely organic matter and it just throws it into a mat in the bottom of the furrow and just lies there in this sort of stagnant mass. But with the cultivator you incorporate it, you can see that there's some still on the surface here, but you start pulling around and here there's a huge amount of organic matter just in that sort of top 4 inches where you really want it to give nutrients to the crop that we're sowing just in a few days' time.
So Andrew's out here on another one of the grass and clover fields. He's now turning that in, ready to plant a winter wheat crop. He's got a more shallow cultivator. This means it can be a bit wider because it's less energy to pull.
What's really interesting, we've cultivated this once and it's just going to have another light cultivation. But you can see that, you know, with the incorporation of some of all this organic matter, you know, fungus has already come in and started to decompose. So that's going to be adding to the soil life and helping that soil feed web feed the plants when they are planted.
What are you doing?
The grey soil floor, because our chia is ready, and it's tiny little seed, and even though the grain straw has got very small holes in these ventilated floors, so air comes up through these floors to dry the grain, and but it's so small, I'm sweeping it, and then we've got to put this hessian down to help it falling through the cracks as well. So yeah, it's very small.
So you've got your combine out in the middle of October?
Yes, it's chia harvest, for God's sake. That's when you harvest chia. Who wants to be harvesting boring old wheat in August when you could be out in cloudy October harvesting the black gold chia? So actually it comes out really easily. So see, there it is, look, little seeds there. Tiny.
What do you use chia for?
I don't know. It's a superfood. It's full of all the things that everybody wants to eat. And I think you sprinkle it on salads, put it into little biscuits. You know, it's you'll all be eating it. You'll all be eating it. You won't be asking me at 5% what's chia. You'll be saying, "Where's my next bowl of chia?"
Has it been fun to grow?
Yeah, it's great. I love it. Really fun just growing something new. That never grown before. I'm really pleased. Yeah. It's the first ever crop of organic chia grown in the UK. Yeah. That bit of roof up there.
Yeah. Have you hit that before?
Not me. some air going through it because it's very damp, and so we need to get them on now. Even though it's dark and quite damp outside, we just need to get air through. Okay.
Right boys, we're coming back to Suffolk. You might remember we bought some rams at an auction in August. It's time to go and collect those now.
Got the rams, yeah, just picked them up from the Hodgkins, who are just my favourite farming family. Well, it's actually a highlight of my farming year.
They'll stay pinned up for a short while. We'll worm them, we'll watch them. It's a biosecurity control. And just check they're okay before they go out onto some really good grass, ready to do their hard work. And out in the fields, the ewes, the mummy sheep, have been joined by their teasers, as they're known. These males can't make the ewes pregnant as they've had a vasectomy, but they can tempt the ladies into becoming fertile all at the same time, ready for when the ram joins them. This means the lambs will be born at the same time. Hello boys. It's nearly time. Anyone who's been watching these videos carefully will notice that we bought 4 rams and then we actually only picked up 3 the other day. So, number 4 is arriving today and joining the lovely 3 lads ready to go out and start doing their job. Right, come on boys, come meet your friend. And a lovely man from Lincolnshire has come to pick up the wool. This is 2 shearings worth because he got a bit delayed.
You shear it,
Yeah?
we pick it up, it goes to where I take it to,
Yeah.
then it will get taken to Bradford,
Yeah.
graded into the different qualities,
Yeah.
and then sold
Who is it at Bradford?
at the wool board. Yeah, well, I don't usually do it this way, to be honest with you. Usually it just drops through the roof, but because of the weather at the minute.
So when is the wool season, the picking up wool season?
Well, basically it starts from generally about May,
Yeah.
but because the weather's been bad, well, it didn't start, it was wet,
Yeah.
we didn't get started very quick, so we're behind.
What do they use wool for?
It's used for carpet, insulation,
Yeah. Okay.
jumpers.
And finally, the sun came out and the soil dried up a bit, well enough to get planting. What's going on here, John?
It's going to be a mixture of wheat and beans, and so we grow them as a blend rather than just beans on their own. It's supposed to be a bean crop, but there's so much risk in growing beans organically because they get really bad disease and you get a very low yield. So if you grow them with something else, you spread the risk of one of the crops doing badly. We've been trialling it for years, but last year was the first time we rolled it out across the whole of the farm.
John's been helping film some climate change information videos for the Country Trust. These are to explain to school pupils the importance of soil and plants for locking up carbon. An organic and sustainable farming system that automatically incorporates grass lays in its rotation could play a vital role in helping to reduce global warming. And the school visits have been both live and virtual, and they've been very hands-on and fun. A shout out to St Edmund's Primary of Bury and Forest Fields Primary of Nottingham.
Oh my gosh, this is epic!
Well, the hedgerows have been amazing this year. Lots of rose hips, which apparently the finches love, and the hawthorn berries, which the blackbirds and the fieldfares seem to like. Some dogwood, spindle, blackberries, although I burned the jam, and some lovely sloes for our gin. Well, thank you so much for joining us at Shimpling Park Farm. As you can see, everything has been affected by the unpredictability of the rain. And obviously John would appreciate any chia recipes that you might have. Meanwhile, we'll hunker down to some slow roast lamb. See you next time.